Hi, welcome to Toyo Studio. Kendall Kessler here again with another Skyline Beauty painting of Austin, Texas. The last two that I did were rather similar in palette, so I decided to try to really do something very different. The colors that I used in the last two are colors I just love to use. I like to use them all, but it was a certain type of contrast that I'm especially fond of. I'm going to try to stay dark this time, and I really want to work with some reflections. Still going to be quite abstract. It's not going to be a real detailed representational look, but I am going to try to keep it dark and maybe monochromatic. I know I always say that not sure what I'm going to do this time, and it's always going to be an adventure and I never know. This time I really mean it because I am just not really sure what I want to do. I'm just going to let it kind of take shape. I'm going to use a small brush, and this time I'm not letting the paint bleed so much, so it's probably going to take a lot longer. But I don't know, just going to see what happens. I'm just using some arbitrary analogous color. I've already gone away from monochromatic. I am just really into color, so that's just not going to be for me. But I really want to keep the palette rather simple. And I'll probably go back into it if I know me, start adding all kinds of colors. But we'll see. Want to do a little something different. Get a little violet going in there, and not so much of the blue, really get that going. And I'm basically just following the skyline of Austin, Texas. This is the fourth one, and I'll probably move on to something else next time. Maybe one of my center of my mind paintings or something, and not a skyline. But I don't know. As you can see, I'm certainly not sticking to the monochromatic. I knew I wouldn't. Not even analogous. Two colors next to each other on the color wheel at share hue. I'm not even doing that. But it is dark, so I'm doing that. Keeping it dark. And gonna have kind of like I guess a night scene or something. See how it goes. But I might be going into the second layer on this one. I have been doing one and then doing the second one off camera, but this time I might try to get to the next one, but that will probably involve drying time, and then I have to have that awful hairdryer making all that noise, so I might not. Well, this isn't very complicated, but so far it's nice. It's not bad looking. I'm gonna use my favorite blue-green because I really like using that color so much. As I said before, I really am a red-green painter, so I am just really dying to put some red on there. I did put all the colors out, but I want to try to not do that this time. And making it go kind of fast too, because when I'm always reacting to all those different color combinations, it takes a lot longer. But this is really moving along, which I also didn't really want to do this time. I really wanted to spend some time. I've heard that it's really better to have longer YouTubes now. I remember when I started, they said, do it real quick, 50 seconds. I'm like, oh, good grief. So I have a lot of very short YouTubes that I've done over the years that I'm real proud of, especially that I was able to do that in 50 seconds or so. But now I'm doing longer ones, and I've noticed that a lot of people really do like to watch artists' work. And so that's why I thought I'd start doing some demos. Yeah, it's really moving along. I bet I'm going to be going way back into this with a lot more color. But I'm going to get it to the point where I've got some reflections going and then decide on that. There's one color I didn't get out, which I'm sorry I didn't, which was a lighter blue, but it's okay. It's the only one I didn't get out. Okay, getting some violet here. I just gotta have some change. Oh, I think I mentioned before that a lot of artists, if not all artists, don't really have a favorite color. It's because they work with so many. It's like when you talk about favorite blue, well, which one? Manganese, Prussian, cobalt, how light, how dark. It's just kind of a weird question for artists. But it certainly is part of our nature that people do react to certain colors more than others, and there is a lot of psychological study on that. And I think I mentioned before that if you had a blood red room, your blood pressure would actually go up. And I always thought that was really fascinating. It's kind of hard to believe. And then I remember one time in a class, a student, after I said that, when I was going over color theory, after class he came up to me and he said, you know, I have a red room and I have really been having headaches. Thought, I think you better add some more color to that room. Change that color, because that's what I have looked up, and you know, as far as I know, that's true. You know, color theory is something that's forever changing. It's so strange that, so I've pointed out, if you look at a color for long enough and then look at a white piece of paper right next to it, you're going to see a complement. And if you take those two colors together, you're going to get gray. People don't know that, or I have not run into any. Taught a lot of art appreciation, and none of them ever knew that. They all wanted to say, if you take red and green together, you're going to get gray. I mean, brown. They all want to say that, or orange and blue, yellow and violet, you're going to get some kind of brown. And you won't. You will always get gray. Colors cancel each other out. And the popular theory is that your eye is really happy when you're looking at gray. So when you look at a color, you're automatically generating the color that's going to get to gray. I don't know. I haven't looked at color theory in a long time, so that might not even be true. But it is really a fascinating study. Okay, I'm putting this down here now vertically to see if I can't get some interesting reflections going. I better get moving because it dries so fast. So I'll go ahead and put one of them in, see what happens. You'll see it's going to bleed into the surface and pull downwards because I put the water down. So it should pull down like that. Yeah, it is working really good. So far, the only thing I don't like about this is there's not enough color. But that's the way it goes when you're a crazy colorist. See, it just pulls down, and it'll keep on pulling down until it stops bleeding. And then it'll give you the feeling, or you know, it's not going to be perfectly representational, but it's going to give you that idea of these buildings being reflected down low. Or I really don't like the colors in this. I feel like I'm going to be going back into this a lot. Probably off camera. I think it's only been 10 minutes. But it's just not for me. Although I have done a few that were analogous. One yellow and green one of Memphis that people really like. And it did turn out nice, but it is just those, basically just those two colors. Yellow and green, of course, both have yellow. So they hook together well because they share a hue. So, I don't know, but I just don't really like the way this one's turning out. That one I did like. This one is just kind of, to my eye, kind of boring. So I may be going back into it a lot. I think since I haven't been going very long, once I get these reflections done, I'm going to go ahead and do something with the sky too. Excuse me. As I said before, I like to cover all the white. I don't like to just have that skinny skyline that's going across with a lot of white. A lot of them are done that way, and they look nice, but I really like to get rid of all the white. And so the colors can really stand on their own and not be fighting with the white, which, as I said before, is all colors together. So it's a real fight. Alright, I think it's starting to dry here, so I'm going to add some more water. Real pleased of how my channel is growing. Thank you very much. I am now over 400 followers, so that's really great. Just going to keep at it, trying to get more attention on this. So busy all the time. Right now I am doing a commission of restored paintings. Paintings done on glass. Long time ago. I forget how old they are, but they're so old that they were done in oils. And oils is really not what you should do on glass, because it just tends to come off, which it has very much. But the what you're supposed to use is enamel acrylic enamel paint, which I got some for this project. And acrylics have only been around since the 50s. So we're not real sure exactly how well they're going to last, but they are a plastic polymer, so they really are something. They are really, really durable. And we think they're just going to last forever, just like all plastics. So, as I've said before, not my favorite medium. Much rather work in oils. But it's a very popular medium. There are retarders to use so it doesn't dry so fast. That's what drives me crazy. And it's just, I knew one person who could just turn them right into oils. I'm pretty sure I could too. Since this is an oil painting on glass, I don't have any doubt that I can get it to look like what it was originally, an oil painting. Alright, okay, that gives you an idea what's it like. As you can see, got little lines down there. Kind of sorry I did that because now it's just a little bit confusing as to how that's working. And I'm going to do something. The building should probably be pretty dry now. So I'm going to add one more color. It's driving me crazy not having a lighter blue. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and then get back to it. I get my gloves back on too, so it's going to take a minute. But I can watch the paint dry. That's silly. Okay. Get my gloves back on and I'll be right back onto it. So yeah, it's really bugging me not having a light colored blue. So I had intended, as I said, to start this off as a very dark, like a night scene. But I don't know. Maybe I will. But right now I want some lighter blue. And to put that in the background for a sky effect. You see now, those colors will stand on their own and they're not fighting with the white glare. I think that helps a lot. To get rid of the white. I do have some in my SKYLINE Beauty collection on my website that are skylines just right in the middle, and then you have the white of the canvas. And a lot of them, though, I photographed those, put them on the site so people can choose that for prints, and then I finished it and covered up all the white. I think I did that almost every time. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I have a lot of artwork, a lot of different things. As I said, I mostly do the Blue Ridge, and those paintings, I am trying to capture a beautiful moment in time with my own expression. It's never a matter of trying to get exactly what's there, which, as I've said before, you really can't, because the light's changing all the time. But if you work hard, you can get a really interesting moment in time of this gorgeous area, and I hope you will look at my mountain paintings. I need to separate that out. There's so many of them, and as my husband has explained to me many, many times, this is not really the Blue Ridge where we live. We are in the Ridge and Valley, and the Blue Ridge is real close by. And people, they just want to call all the mountains around here the Blue Ridge when it really isn't. But then they all look like the Blue Ridge. But I do need to really separate that out for people that want exactly Blue Ridge and not another mountain range. So I've got to get to that and make another collection which is just Blue Ridge, and then the other ones in surrounding mountains. Okay, well, it's a start. I can't say I honestly like it. What I might do is still keep it this way and then maybe add some lights and stuff or some more color accents. I don't know. It is basically a blue or purple with green painting, so it's a very limited palette painting, but it's I don't really think it's just not really what I like. God, my glove is squeaking. I know a glove would do that. So please be sure to look at the link to the final painting, which will be in the description, and other links to my work, to my mountain paintings, to paintings on Etsy, to my other website on Wix. Thank you for watching.